Okay, folks, it's Babbage-nator. We're hanging out here. Short stream tonight. Just on for a little bit, but thought we'd take advantage of opportunity to do a little bit of playing tonight since it's been a long week. Lots of work. Not over yet, though. Okay. Leave the... Throw a little information about myself in here and do challenge.
Not sure I can carry much more.
Did I have I had a maple sapling somewhere, didn't I? We lost our maple sapling. That sucks. Unless it's back in the cave. Back in the cave. Crap, I left it behind somewhere. We don't have it anymore. Gotta start over from scratch. That's no good. Means we'll probably have to go to Bear Pond and see if we can find one. Hmm.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Nothing. Welcome in, lurkers. I'm just doing... We seem to have misplaced our maple saplings, so we're back on a hunt for more maple saplings. Otherwise, we're not going to have a bow, and that would suck. If you're just joining us for the first time, I'm Babbaginator. This is a little bit about me. I'm a writer. I'm also a former computer games programmer, creative writing coach, a longtime D&D player and DM, and currently back in school doing a master's in library information science, which I'll finish this summer. So I'm basically trained to be an academic librarian. And I really love playing The Long Dark. So you'll find me on here most of the time playing The Long Dark. Currently Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is my schedule. And we're doing a challenge called Luck of the Draw, which I created, which is basically every time we enter a new region, we pull a random card from a deck of cards, and the suit tells us the nature of the challenge for that region, and the number tells us the amount. So hearts are kilograms of harvested meat from the region. Diamonds are days spent in the region. Clubs are hides or guts harvested in the region. And spades is water boiled in the region. So some of these are easier than others, especially depends on what tools you have available. So, but it does slow us down because we can't leave until we have done the thing we need to do. I hear you, Mr. Wolf. I just want to know. You're over here, aren't you? Yeah, you're over here. Go away, go away. Yeah, Roller, no worries. I got a late start tonight. I was busy working on homework. Yeah, Aster needs to find a new sapling. We misplaced our maple sapling somewhere, so we are out a sapling, which is not a good feeling. See if we can spot a sapling.
I can't feel my feet.
Yep, there's definitely a bear here. What are we looking at for saplings, though? You're just taking your time, aren't you, buddy? Well, it's just too long. He's just going to take too long to get through here. I was hoping he was out on his walk, but he was on a walk, just too close to the lake, to the pond, so he's not safe to travel past. Nope, no saplings over here either. Yep, no saplings. Oh, what are we doing? We are doing, this is the challenge. It's called Luck of the Draw. Basically, it's just an interloper run, but every time we enter a new region, we pull randomly from a deck of cards. The suit tells us the nature of the challenge, and the number tells us the amount. So every region's completely different. If we draw like 7 of hearts, that means we have to get 7 kilos of harvested meat within the region. We have to harvest it inside the region. Diamonds would be days, so that's like 5 diamonds is 5 days spent there. Queen of clubs would be 12 days or 12 guts or hides harvested within the region, and a 7 of spades would be 7 kilos of water boiled within the region. So yeah, and then we basically visit all just more randomness. It's not as like if you want a real like this is probably the hardest challenge I've created for myself, is the roll with it challenge. Let's see. That should be it. So if you ever wanted to try that, that is a definite challenge. I have beaten it once. Yeah, hides and guts. How you split that up doesn't really matter. It's the total has to equal. So like if you get 5 no, so like if you get 5 of clubs, right? You can either finish that with, you can finish it like a ton of different ways. You can finish it with 5 hides. You could do 3 hides, 2 guts. You could do 1 hide, 4 guts.
This pack is getting kind of big.
Remember, this includes all the regions, including the transition zones, which often don't have any resources whatsoever. So if you're in a transition zone, and we've had this already, we've had a transition zone one where we got like, what was it? 10 of hearts, right? So we need to get 10 kilos of meat out of Crumbling Highway. That was a real challenge. Too much math. Well, probably shouldn't surprise you then that I minored in mathematics. So.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, we did get out of there, but that was definitely a challenge. Okay, go into that. Yeah, so let's see, what are we at here? So yeah, we finished this one. We got 6. We left that on day. See, we forgot to update this. 58, I think it was, that we got back. That was last stream. And now we're back in Mystery Lake, and we have 10. I mean, we can just hunt rabbits. That's really what you do. Hunt rabbits and scavenge. Because we still don't have a bow. Because we were very unlucky. Oh, you just did 550. Good for you. I think my record is my Roll With It challenge. I visited every single region in the game where I had to stay whatever I rolled on the dice, whatever I rolled on the die. That was how long I had to stay. I couldn't leave early. And, if you read the Roll With It rules, it's pretty strict. You cannot leave early and you cannot leave late. You have to leave within the tiny window of time that you have available. And so that means sometimes you leave in blizzards and sometimes you leave in, um, you might have just killed a bear and it's like, sorry, got to leave the carcass. I just have no time to harvest it. I have to be out by sundown or by midnight. Really, it's by midnight. You have to be out. So it goes by quickly, but it's really hard, really, really hard. Because I've had like back to back like 20s in Forsaken Airfield and Zone of Contamination. And Zone of Contamination was my first visit to Zone of Contamination. I'd never done it before. And I rolled 20 and I was like, great. So we came up with a strategy and we somehow made it work. Yeah, a lot of this is to get me to go to places that I never go to ordinarily because I just don't want to deal with them, right? Okay. Can we make anything else? We're just having cattails, I think. I think we need to take some more torches here. Yeah, if we get to Zone of Contamination. Here's the truth, though. I don't know if I'll be... This challenge is kind of a filler challenge, to be honest. I mean, it's a good warm-up for going back to doing another attempt at Roll With It, or until I come up with a more interesting challenge. But this is got some constraints to it, so it makes it at least interesting. Yeah, there are times where I have to like dodge wolves for 20 days. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we need more food. Okay. More food. Let's see, do you stream two fat cats? Let's see if you stream. We'll also see if the shoutout is working properly. Do we get clips or no clips? Clips are not playing. Weird. So the Twitch Guru shoutouts are not working as far as I can tell. Yeah, they're not playing clips. And I'm also having problems with it playing the sound files. Like it won't let me log into sound alerts. I'm not certain why. Yeah, nothing seems to work anymore. I don't know. I don't know if anyone else is having problems. I'll just see if anyone else has had that problem. Okay, let's try this one more time here. Yeah, it's reporting an error. It's like it won't see it. Yeah. Weird. So Sound Alerts is broken right now, and Twitch Guru should work, but for some reason doesn't. Yeah, still not working. Okay, so we will admit defeat until we can figure out what's going on with that. But gotta fill our belly and sleep through the night. Oops.
I need to find food.
We also need to find saplings, is what we need.
I'm starving. My stomach feels like an empty.
Okay. Let's see if this windstorm will die down. If it won't, we'll at least have these guys. And 99. Oh, we can repair this one.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Can't tell if that's just going to get worse or not. It's too cold though. Let's see how well this works.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
It's been a while since I played Civ. Yeah, we already were here. Blah. Sorry, just booting out another bot. There we go. Uh-oh.
The cold is making my head feel thick.
Not seeing any saplings here either. So I could grab some more rose hips though.
if I don't warm up soon.
I think we should warm up here. Definitely need to pick up some more sticks.
Come on, little fire.
Ooh.
I gotta eat soon.
That's a moose. Why is a moose hanging out over here?
heavy.
Do we leave anything for ourselves? Leather? More rabbit pelts? Okay, that was bizarre. And there's our food for the next little bit. Oh.
Come on, little fire.
Okay. Oh. With the radios downstairs, right? Wrong radio. There we go.
What the hell? Someone there? Hey, hello? Radio check. Go ahead. You better say something or getting this damn thing fixed was all a waste of time. Come in. I say again, come in. Well, I'm just a fella on the radio for now. Been on my own. The lights, they fried everything. Or haven't you noticed, What? You've been living in a hole in the ground out there? You're on the island, right? I haven't come across any. Well, until now. It's taken a long time, a damn long time to get this contraption working. The radio, I mean. But your radio seems to work just fine. Still there? Hello? Things are getting a little out here in the dark. I've got some stuff to trade. Not much, mind you, but maybe you have some interest. Maybe we can work out a deal. If you can keep your word, that is. Trust don't come so easy no more. Not since the lights showed up. But there's you, there's me, and there's the ice. We'll speak up. There's a place, a little island off Coastal Highway. A dock, an old storage box of mine. We can use that to trade. You keep your distance, and I'll do the same. Got it? We're really out on the edge of it all, ain't we? Some people do well with it. Others go a little crazy. Still others go out in the world looking for crazy. Maybe you. Just a survivor. Like you, I guess. But I think you might not be from around here. You sound a bit different. Like those folks who wandered into town last week. No, that's wrong. It was a long time ago, wasn't it? I know the coastal regions best, but I've been around most of the island. Everyone's gone, as best I can tell. Something big happened. Historical-like, I guess. One for the books, my brother used to say. Well, most folks try and avoid them. Look, I try to keep an even keel and an open mind. But I can't stand a backstabber or a liar. Everyone gets a name, right? I had a name. Sutherland. Yeah, that's it. Sutherland. Whew. I need to wake up. Loopy tonight. What was it you said? An old system. Meant to keep folks connected. Whatever that means. I never had much use for them, even out at sea. Just throw me overboard. That's how I... This one time... Lost it again. Never mind. I have my ways, even from my boat. Stuff's just floating out here. Containers, even some empty, drifting ships. Just gotta find it first.
This is a lot of conversation.
I don't walk too good at all anymore, thanks to this driftwood I call my leg. But out here on my boat, I do just fine.
Is he a pirate with one leg? With one leg?
World's a cold place. Trust comes slowly. You keep your word, I'll keep mine. Don't know what it was like for you before, but that's how I deal. Straight up. Too much for you? I had to get to sea as soon as the lights showed up. Or a bit after. There was a storm and I couldn't get offshore. Can't really tell you why. Oh, what's it to you anyhow? What are they saying, the others?
Oh, the others.
Who ain't alone in this life? Suits me fine. I'm still breathing. That's good enough for me. We all get to tell our own stories, right? This is mine. Like it or not, this is all I have.
Ooh, okay. Cereal. Cedar firewood. For one box. I don't know if it's worth it. Don't need that. Yeah, it was a big lore dump. It was my first time doing the trader encounter, so interesting. Let's see. Last resort soup made from potatoes. Increases condition. All is fatigue. Like this is useless. This I don't really need for anything. This is useful, but I might find one by then. This is just time. We just have to chop up enough firewood, but I don't know if it's really worth it.
Well, let's see what I got.
Always the same. This one's easy. I think it's the easiest one to do. We'll just do that for now.
Time to buzz off.
Actually, I don't need.
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life. I'm starving.
Okay.
I'm so hungry. I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay. Weather's good. Go on the lake, check out the cabins, look for saplings. Pick up more cattails. Oh, there's still plenty of life left on that. Okay, it's almost time for us to wrap up the stream tonight. We're gonna go head to one of the cabins on the other side.
I can use this. It's goddamn freezing.
Oh, hard to believe we're halfway through March already. Almost halfway through. I'm mostly done with class by April 8th. Like, if everything works out well, it should be done.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird to me that April's just about here. My birthday's at the end of April, so... I'm not really certain what I'll be doing. I feel like Some people will just be busy with schoolwork, and so probably won't be available to do stuff. And other people will probably be just
Gotta
busy.
work somehow.
I usually do a terrible time of planning my own birthdays. Well,
Too heavy to carry. And this pack is getting kind of heavy. My fingers feel numb.
okay. Let's see what we want to do here. How far did we get? We're on day 60.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear. I need to find some place to escape this cold. Oh, so Oh, cold.
Not seeing the bear.
I'm not sure I can carry much more. Good.
Okay.
Freezing.
Oh.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy. One little fire. Perfect.
I think we're just gonna get some more torches here and then rush back to one of the places. Yeah, it's almost time to finish up. It is actually past time, but we kept hoping we'd find saplings somewhere.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
Got to move the clock? No, we did move the clock. Just being bad about it. Yeah, we're just going to move back to fishing camp. We're not fishing camp, the huts out here. We could just make a beeline back to the camp, I guess. Camp office. We'll just do that. Good enough. Yeah, I think next stream we're going to have to go to the dam and look for the saplings around the dam, because I don't think we harvested those. And that would at least give us a chance. Hopefully, I know there's going to be birch, but we want maple.
I think my stomach is eating itself. I wonder if I can drop any of this gear. Come on, little fire. I need to find food.
Okay, let's see what we got.
I never thought I'd be
Officially at 61 days. But since we've been in Mystery Lake already, finding carcasses to harvest is going to be tough. We have to hunt rabbits and make the bow, so we could be here for a while. Okay. Okay, let's update our stats here. So, a disappointing no change on our guts and hide situation, but we are 61 days in. We're going to go and read someone, but before then, let's read a poem. To poem chooser. No, too complicated. We want something short. Maybe. Some of these we'll say for April. I don't know. We'll take this one. Well, let's do that. I don't know. I don't like random choosing right now. Let's try something else. Do something we haven't read for a while. Okay. This is a short poem from The Lost Country of Sight, my first book of poetry, which was published by Anhinga Press in 2008 and winner of the 2007 Philip Levine Prize. This is a short poem called Hermit. How the world is full of silence, you say to yourself, closing the door behind you as you slip back into your cell like a ghost, or a letter returned unopened, its words unweighed, unknown, a cloud before rain, before storm, a bottled wish in a sea of gray with nowhere to go. You stand next to the gas stove, listening to the steady click-click of sparks in the empty space, trying to set the invisible aflame. And when it catches fire at last, you watch it rush outward as if mad, driven by a hunger for air, for something to say to the dark and metallic world. This is a poem that was inspired by my time living in Glendale, California. I had just started working in the computer games industry as a programmer, and I had chosen an apartment that was, at the time, like a 15-minute walk in from my apartment to the location where we were working. As luck would have it, about a year later, our company was acquired by another company, and then everything got moved down to Culver City, and my 15-minute walk became a 45-minute commute every day. So it was like, there goes my easy commute in. But at the time I lived completely by myself. I could afford a nicer apartment, a good-sized apartment. But I really didn't spend very much time there because I was always at work. So when I get home at the end of a very long day, I would come back to the apartment and, usually I would be, if I was hungry, I would be home. Well, I was always hungry. I'd get home and I would make something to eat. And some days I would be so worn out, I'd be staring blankly at the stove, and it was a gas stove, and I'd just stare there blankly and listening to to the clicker, the sparker before the ignites the gas. And anyway, so I thought a lot about that, how, how empty that apartment was, and how, my life at that time, I had some friends, I had work friends, I had people I knew from church. And I think at that point I hadn't started. No, I had pretty quickly started looking for a D&D group. So I think I had found my D&D group by then. But other than those three things, for the most part, it was a pretty empty way of living. And not that there was anything wrong with me. It was just I felt like the apartment was big and echoing, and I was it felt like like I was in this deep isolation every time I came home. So so it did feel kind of like I was a monk trapped in a cell somewhere. So I wrote this kind of there's a part of me that thought when I wrote it, oh, this is kind of a self-pitying, reflection on that time period. And a number of years later, someone saw this poem and commented and said, this is such a great ars poetica. And ars poetica, that's Latin for the art of the poem, or basically your statement about how creativity works or how the poem works. And I went back and reread it, and I thought, they're right. It is an ars poetica. It's all about this yearning to say something to the world. And, what is a poem? Is it a ghost? Is it a letter that's sent out and then returns home? And is it a cloud that's full of potential before rain, before storm? Is it something we stick in a bottle and throw out to the waves and hope that it goes somewhere? What is a poem? And so that is kind of what's driving this. And then, at the end, it's really it's this thing that you say to the invisible, hoping that it sparks into a flame. I think, that is the poem. So it's strange how something that you may not recognize right away, but really does come from a genuine place, can mean something to someone else, and they can help you understand your own work in a way that you didn't see it initially, and then realize you were doing it. You just didn't know you were doing it. So, is a gourmet meal. Well, back then, if I had time, I would prepare a decent meal, but a lot of times I was just in a rush. Before the company moved, I would walk home for lunch, and I would just have an hour of lunch, which meant that I had 15-minute walk home, and then half an hour to prepare something, and then turn around, walk back. So they were usually pretty quick meals that I prepared. And I generally cook quickly. I don't like super long, drawn out meal prep processes. It's just too much work. Anyways, insert hunger mechanics. Yeah. Okay, so let's find someone to go raid, and we'll wrap up here for tonight. It's late for me. I've got stuff to do tomorrow still. I don't know who's still up though. Yeah, I don't recognize anyone. Okay, someone's learning Interloper. Okay, so I'm going to pop in, support this person here. Psychoactive Haze. Someone's learning Interloper, which always sounds fun to go support. Okay, so we're going to take the show on the road, go and visit someone else. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight, and we'll be back again Thursday night, I think is the plan. We'll see you all then. Take care. Have a great rest of your week.